It's 2003, and if you're not into baseball, this is essentially the semi-finals, if you like. If the Chicago Cubs win this game, they go into the World Series. And then this bit happens.
Reaching into the stands and couldn't get it, and he's livid with a fan. That is very, very close.
So, they're playing against the Marlins. The Cubs are 3-0 up in the actual game. They're 3-2 ahead in a 7-match series. They've got 5 outs that they need to get. And Luis Castillo's the guy batting. And he's hit what's going to be a foul ball. But one of the outfielders for the Cubs has run for it. He's right up against the stand itself. And it's a guy called Moises Alou. And he jumps in the air to catch it. And then Steve Bartman and several other of the Chicago Cubs fans kind of lean towards the ball because they want to catch a ball. And they haven't seen Moises Alou running from underneath them to catch it. Bartman gets his hand on the ball, doesn't even catch it, kind of fumbles it, but knocks it out of the chance of it being a catch, doesn't realise what he's done. So he just kind of sits down in his seat, and then Moises Alou goes a little bit nuts, and then the Marlins score 8 runs during that innings.
Wow. And
basically that is where the Cubs lose the game. They lose their heads. The whole stadium loses its vibe. And there is no... At Wrigley Field, there's no, at the time at least, I don't know if it's still the case. So this is 2003. There's no Jumbotron. So there's no big screen. So he's getting replayed and replayed and replayed on national telly. And he doesn't know this. And the people in the stadium don't know this, apart from the fact that outside the stadium, there are people who've gathered to celebrate already, and one of them has a TV. So this is being replayed and replayed and replayed, and then all of a sudden a chant of asshole just kind of starts towards this guy.
We've all had that.
We've all been there. So he's got the entirety of Wrigley Stadium eventually then shouting asshole at him, pointing at him.
You've got to feel sorry for this dude, Steph. If people don't understand baseball, right? That foul ball, so you can't score off that foul ball. Because you can still be caught and be out of that foul ball, right? But American sport, they do it all American sports, apart from basketball, right? Is if you catch the ball in the stadium, you keep the ball, right?
It's yours. And they're about to get to the World Series. So this would be a very valuable ball to have.
I've got a baseball in my bar, I've got a cricket ball, I'd love to have a bloody, a pennant ball in my bar. Of course you would. And when you watch it, they're all watching the ball. No one's watching Alou thinking, I'll bang him up the way. No, everyone's watching the ball, right? So all he's doing is trying to catch a ball, the poor bugger, because that's what they do in American sport.
If this had happened certainly in a football match in the UK, he'd have had his head kicked in. So what happens to him?
Guys start going down there and throwing beer at him and the people he's around, because they start to realise what's happened, and the word starts to get around. There are people listening to the radios, which incidentally he is also doing. So he's listening to the radio, so he has this dawning realisation, I've ruined this for my team. So it's not even like it's the opposition team this has happened to. And had he leaned over a little bit further, it would have been fan interference, because he would have been in the realm of play rather than within the stand. So the guy would have been given out, because he would have interfered with the play.
Oh, my God.
But because the ball's come so close to him, he's actually then not fan interference, but you can still make a fair catch.
I mean...
They have to smuggle him out, Al. They have to get him out of there safely, and then he's getting abuse as he leaves, and they have to take him into this room within the stadium then until everyone else clears away from the stadium.
Imagine those Boca Juniors against River Plate. That
well, you'd be dead. You'd be dead. You just wouldn't survive. You wouldn't survive that.
About a day later, they track him down to his house. He's got 8 police cars outside his house.
That's
like he's
ridiculous,
committed a murder or something. There are 8 police cars around his house.
To defend him?
Yeah, he's gone into hiding. Because and he doesn't do any interviews about it.
He didn't even get the ball. What a sad case.
The other guy gets the ball. So some other guy 4 seats down, who's also jumped for it, doesn't get into any trouble at all. He gets the ball, sells it later on for about 200 grand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It gets
This
worse
guy-
and worse, a poor bugger.
Has not been able to have a credit card since then because his name and his address would then be
You're
reasonably...
joking.
No. He is absolutely vilified for years
Last
and
scene,
years and years.
fighting Kimbo Slice for...
Double or quits, let's go.
That is absolutely astonishing.
Until 2016, when the Cubs then eventually win the World Series, and as a franchise and as an organisation, they feel so bad for this guy that they make him a World Series ring.
Producer Dave from the
Yes.
5 Live show
Yes.
was a ball boy at Main Road. And when Man City went down as far as League One in 98-99, they won the playoffs, didn't they, in 99 to get back into what is now the Championship.
Yeah.
And in the second leg semi-final, which I think was at Main Road, Dave was a ball boy, and there's a minute left. And I can't remember who Man City were playing, but they've got the ball is sort of up at Man City's end, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. And what Dave did, aged 11, was as the ball boy whose job it is to go and get the ball, he went to fetch the ball and kept pretending to drop it, thus trying to run down the clock.
Yes.
When he eventually gave the ball back, the players swore at him, and he got a standing ovation from the kickback stand.
Good.
So he's
lad,
11
mate.
years old.
Brilliant.
When you go to an ice hockey game, like I went to see the Devils play in New Jersey about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
there's usually a disclaimer on the back of the ticket there saying, if you get very badly injured,
Yeah.
we're not responsible. Because that puck does come through
Yeah.
sometimes and hits people in the face. When you see like an ice cold hockey puck at like 100 miles an hour in your teeth, that'll
It's
do
the
it.
one thing that puts me off cricket is
Yeah.
because cricket is a very social sport. So you've had a few. A cricket ball flying at me scares the life out of me.
I'm not confident enough to
No.
catch a big 6 from David Warner or Steve Smith.
Shut up. It's a ball. What's it going to do?
It's made of wood, Mike. It's going to hurt
Not
like
made
fuck.
of wood. Do you know what? In my early teaching career, and I won't tell you what school it was or what the class was or anything else, right? But speaking about dangerous things you wish never happened, I was doing my first ever shot put lesson, right? And there was a kid dicking around, and it can be dangerous shot put, obviously. So you're trying to get to pay attention. I pretended to throw a shot put at him, right? It came out of my hand, right? He fucking ducked. He missed it by about 2 inches, right? And I said to him, because I thought, I saw my career flash before my eyes, and I just went, and that's where I need to pay attention. This could be, I know what I'm doing, but if I'm thinking, Jesus, I'm just trying to bluff it, just trying to blag it out. No, if I hadn't known that I was going to just clear your head, you could have been dead. Jesus. I'm telling my girlfriend, I had a school today, love.
Wow.
I can chuck a shot put at a 12-year-old.
Coming back into the staff room, white as a sheet.
Oh my God, I was. Oh man.
I think we'll concentrate on 100 metres if we're doing athletics in the future.
Next week, javelin.
Running in a straight line on the grass.